What's up, guys? This is Kenny with KLC Construction and Roofing, and the video I'm about to show you is a 2-day job that we broke down with a tear off and then a 3-layer torch down roof on a client's garage in La Habra. It was a great job, super cool client, and just everything went super smooth. So if you like it, leave a comment, leave a like. If you're a roofer, especially a younger roofer like myself, hop on there, let me know what you guys think, any ways I can improve, and thanks for checking out the video. All right, time to get the project started. So here you have me and Chris sweeping the roof. It was a hot mop roof with a gravel top on it. So we figured the best plan of attack was to try not to make a huge mess. So we swept most of the gravel up towards the front of the roof, and we wanted to throw it in trash bags and then just throw it down. I don't have a dump trailer, so everything was going in the bed of my truck. So I wanted to try and keep the pieces small and throw all the gravel in the bed so that we didn't have to worry about making a huge mess and destroying the homeowner's property. Fortunately for us, the roof was actually pretty easy to remove. Sometimes with these older hot mop roofs, they can kind of be a pain. They want to break off in small little tiny pieces and they make a huge mess. But we had 2 flat roof shovels and we were able to just really cut a hole in it with the razor blade, and then from there we could just lift up and break it into pretty small pieces. When you kind of bend it over, it almost breaks almost like a potato chip. The roof removal part of this is actually probably the easiest part of the job. When you're removing a hot mop roof, the most difficult thing sometimes is just the cleanup, because you'll be able to see in this next clip right here, we got it all tarped down, but when you throw it down, it's dusty and it just creates a big mess. So I try to keep it as clean as possible by doing as much prep work as I can, laying down tarps and then sweeping off as much gravel. But overall, you're going to have a little mess. It's going to take a little bit of cleanup time. So you just got to prepare for that. So once we got to throw most of the trash off, we swept up the rest of the gravel, and I got to peel back where the main leak was. And it's pretty obvious right here. I'm going to take the camera and zoom up on it. What happened was the client had the fascia board replaced on this house, and there was an existing leak there before, but the fascia guys pretty much lifted up the drip edge and removed the seal right there. So the water was just leaking straight in onto this plywood, and it pretty much turned it into dust. You gotta be real careful on jobs like these and watch where you step, because if you step in plywood that's just delaminated, your foot could go through and potentially you could fall in the garage. So right away we got that stuff off just to expose the rafters and see what we were working with. And we didn't waste any time. We got that thing sheeted back up so that we could try and get some base on. And like I said, I don't have a dump trailer, so I had to throw all that stuff in the bed of my truck, take it to my shop, and hit it at the dumpster. It was pretty much a full day's work. And this is what we got done by the end of the day right here. I had a couple rolls of base at the shop, so we threw those down and had everything stage out for the next morning. So the next morning I went and got 600 square feet of torch down, smooth, and base, and we started the project. The guys met me there in the morning. I had 3 guys with me for the day. This was the only project that I had going today, so everyone was on board. I know that might be kind of overkill for a 6 square roof, but I really wanted to get it done today. I didn't want to be there more than 2 days, and that way I knew we would just get it banged out. So we have the guys working on the smooth, and sometimes I do have to run out, grab more material, or do an estimate, something of the sort. So it's always good to have a couple extra hands on deck than not enough. So once the smooth went down, we kind of went through our checklist and just made sure that we had everything, made sure all the drip edge was nice and tight, everything was primered up. I went over there and installed all the flashings and got those all primered up, and it was ready to start torching down the top piece. This project, everything went super smooth. Torch went down great, and we were pretty much cleaned up and out of there by 2 o'clock. So it's kind of nice, nice early day for the guys. I usually stay a little bit later, talk to the customer, and just make sure they're happy with the finished product, make sure everything's nice and tight, cleaned up around the property. My number one priority is just to make sure that the client's home is in better condition than when we came. So I'm pretty anal about my job sites. I just want to make sure that everything's perfect when we leave so that we don't get any kind of callback or any kind of bad review or anything like that, but he was really, really happy with the end product and really glad that that leak wasn't going to happen anymore. All right, so this one's wrapped up. Like I said, it took us 2 days, 1 day for tear off, 1 day to install, and here's the finished product. I had a lot of fun doing this roof. Pretty ideal project. I mean, in and out, and the customer's happy, we're happy, and he's good to go for the next rainy season.